You can sit on my stool. Now, Juliana.
Huh?
Now, Juliana, are you going to sing that lovely song that you were singing a moment ago?
Yeah.
Sit over here beside Marcus. Marcus is in Grandad's chair, and Juliana is going to sit on a stool in front of Marcus, and she's going to sing. Come on, sing away, darling.
That.
Go on, sing away.
No.
Oh, do, darling.
No.
Oh, right, oh then. Grandad's not going to talk to you anymore. Grandad's going to go to sleep.
I don't want you to go to sleep.
But I don't, and I want you to sing. Sing for the tape recorder. What's that one? What's that one you said about? Don't you say a word, I'll cut you in two. Is that it?
No.
Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Our daddy will come and he'll give you such a big whack.
No.
I've done it all wrong, have I?
Yeah, hush, little baby, don't you?
Oh, sing it. Oh, yeah. Oh, you say, well, you sing it in there to Marcus. You sing it for Marcus. Look at Marcus sitting up there as quiet as an angel, waiting for you to sing for him. That's a good girl. Sing for Marcus. Well, and all the awkward criticism. You're tired. You want to come up on Grandad's knee? Do you? Come on then. Oh, I see. If Grandad takes you on his knee, now will you sing? Will you? Sing out. Oh, that lovely tape on the tape recorder being wasted because the Baba won't sing. Oh. And you were singing like a mockingbird a while ago, weren't you? When the Grandad put on the tape recorder, and then you just froze. You dried up.
It's so cold.
The what now?
It's so cold.
You're now never freezing cold.
I want mommy.
You want mommy, don't we all want our mommy? Indeed. Mama's gone down to buy some lovely things in the shops. Will Grandad put
I'll make you a job.
not to the door? Yeah. Grandad puts this little thing to the door. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. That was the mouse at the door. You both are mouse. Come, let's sit in Grandad's knee. You're still in my toes again. Now. Oh, look at Marcus. Doesn't he look lovely up in that chair? Doesn't he look lovely? Marcus, will you sing? Will you sing beside you? Marcus, will you sing? Sing a song for Grandad. Yes, sing for the tape recorder. That's the good boy.
Daddy, do you go?
Yes, yes, go on. Sing. I never had such a couple of awkward artists in my studio in my life before as Marcus and Juliana. On today, the 8th of January 1982. Come on, 82. 1982. Have you got two? Have you?
No.
Have you two one?
No.
Are you a good girl?
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
Oh, fair.
All what?
Fair.
Now, let's hear you sing a song. Sing a song of sixpence. No. No. Sing a song of movies. Let the sun dum. Sing a song of movies. In a light, fantastic way. Tell the blues your story. That you just can't be annoyed. Look, because they know it's not land boy. Marcus, sing. Yes, of course. Come on, sing. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now have a song from Marcus Holland. Clap the hands. Clap. Good.
I have a cuckoo in my
Now,
mouth.
come on, Marcus, sing.
My cuckoo.
Sing!
What's my cuckoo?
That's not singing, that's laughing.
Daddy, you go.
Good boy. Good boy.
Turn the up on the light.
Some more
My
now.
window jam is brown red.
What, love?
My window jam is.
I'm in my pajamas, yes, of course, and my dressing gown. And it's getting cold. You're quite right, Juliana. It is a wee bit cold. Come on, off we go. Oh, wait till I see. I think I know why it's so cold. Careful. Oh, just a moment. Just a moment.
My chair!
No, wait a moment.
My chair!
Wait a moment. No. That's why it's cold. The radiator wasn't on fully.
Where?
No. Now it'll be warm in a moment. Oh!
Fire is there! Fire is there! Oh, my darling!
Now, Marcus is going to sing. Hmm?
Oh, my darling!
Good boy, Marcus. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Come on. Shh. No, I asked you to sing first. Come on. Come on, Marcus. Sing.
Oh, my darling!
No, don't bang your face when you're singing because that'll come out on the tape recording. Sing. Just sing. Oh, my darling.
You'll sing this in a minute.
Come on, sing.
He doesn't want to sing.
He doesn't want to sing. Nobody wants to sing, only Grandad. And then that doesn't want to record himself singing. Marcus wants to record Kumbaya. Kumbaya, 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 Kumbaya. Come on, Marcus. Kumbaya. Kumbaya. Oh, you get nothing on the tape recorder. You won't hear anything, Marcus, when I play it back unless you sing now. Or speak. For the tape recorder. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. That's great. Again. Kumbaya. Kumbaya. Well, I'm going to take the tape recorder up beside you. You're a great little performer. Come on.
Kumbaya, kumbaya.
Again.
Kumbaya, kumbaya. Oh, Lord, kumbaya.
Bravo. And again.
Kumbaya, kumbaya. Oh, Lord, kumbaya.
That's marvelous. Marvelous. Good boy. Come on, keep it up. What were you singing, Marcus?
What is that?
Say something, and then you'll see the stars going up there. Come on, say something. You see the stars going zoom up there. Come on, you say something, Juliana. Oh, don't be putting that thing into your mouth, darling. No, that's very bold. You might swallow it and it'll choke you. Well, I hope it's lost. Show me, lovey. Give it to Grandad. Don't put it in your mouth. I won't tell you again. Don't put it up there. Of course, we all want our mammy. No. Come on, Marcus. I've got the tape recorder up in front of you. All you have to do is sing. Or speak. Just say something. That's right. Make a noise of some sort. Good boy. Don't you want to hear yourself?
Mommy, the bus is Mommy, a bus is going away.
The what? There's a bus coming up the avenue, is there?
Bus go.
Huh? Bus goes. Oh no, I don't think bus goes on the bus. No.
Bus go to bed.
Bus go
Go to bed.
is going to bed. Is he? Let's hope he stays there. Oh no, Bosco's nice boy.
My ball.
What are you looking for?
My ball.
Your ball? No, it's behind you here, I think. No, Marcus, sing for Grandad. That's a good boy. Please. What? Please sing for Grandad. Sing for Grandad. Where's your ball? Have you got your own ball? No. Well, do you want to sing for the tape recorder?
No.
You don't? Oh, you're very independent. Oh, a real prima donna. Well, Marcus is not a prima donna. You're just a tenor, aren't you?
Yes, what is that?
You're not a prima donna, are you?
Don't go away.
Hmm? Come on, let me hear you sing. Let me hear Marcus sing. You sing lovely. Kumbaya, kumbaya. Kumbaya. What other song can you sing? Oh, yes. Oh, Brown Girl in the Ring. Come on. Come on. Good. Brown girl in the ring. La, 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 la. Brown girl in the ring. La, 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 la. Brown girl in the ring. La, 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 la. La, 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 la.
Hey, look.
What do you say then? Boom, boom. Again.
Mommy washing.
Oh, you're washing? Who's washing? So Juliana can't sing after all, can you? Come on, let's hear you. Again.
Wash.
Good. Again. Come on.
That's finished.
What?
That's finished.
It's finished. Isn't there any more? No, sing some more. What's the rest of it? What? Come on. Oh, there must be some more to that lovely song. Huh?
Let me see.
Oh, that's the mouse. Oh, mind your foot. Put your foot down. If I let the mouse won't touch you. Come on. Sit back. Sit back in the chair and sing. Sit back and sing. No, the mouse is not there. No. Grandad chased the mouse. I want. Not if you perform. Now, if you sing, the mouse won't touch you.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom, boom. If the mouse catches you, it'll be boom, boom, boom.
A door.
That's right. He come in the door. What? What will happen if the mouse catches you? Boop. If the mouse catches you, it's boom, boom, boom. What happens when the mouse catches you?
Don't hit my boo. Not the boo.
That's your bum bum. That's your boom, boom, boom. So you thought it was your bum that he would catch, did you? No, it's boom, boom.
Don't Marcus.
No, I'll tell him not to touch you, shall I?
Go away, mouse.
Go away, mouse.
Don't touch Marcus.
Don't touch mouse.
Why you touch my mouse?
If the mouse comes in, what will he do?
Cat.
What will he do? What will he say?
Cat.
Boom, boom. What'll the mouse do, Marcus?
Juliana.
He will hit you and hit you too, so he will. But what will he say? What will it be if the mouse comes in, it's boom, boom.
Mouse here.
Yeah, but what happens if he comes in?
Boom, boom.
Oh, look, I nearly upset the tape recorder. Did the mouse pinch your...
Let my hand.
Did the mouse pinch your bum?
Let my hand.
He bite your hand, did he? That bold mouse. Wait till I see that bold mouse and I'll whack him for touching our little angel Marcus. Will I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Not yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Not yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. No. And you're not bold. Big kiss. Give me a big kiss, Marcus. Oh! My son. My only son. Sit back on Grandad's chair now. Sit well back. There you are. One moment. Oh, that's a good boy. Sit back there. Good. Sit back there now and enjoy yourself. How about singing another song?
No.
Come by here. Yeah, sing a little song for Grandad. Come on. Watch the stars going up there when you speak. Say something and you see those stars going up. See? Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See the stars? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you sing, and you'll see those stars going up and down. Sing. Did you see them? Say 1, 1. Sing, talk, or do something. But don't just stand there. Come on. Let's hear you. We can record better, can't we? Just beside us like that. Yeah. What are you going to say now to the round here? Turn around here and face the tape recorder. No, don't touch those. They've got nothing to do with it. You can have those glasses. Yes, I said so, yes. Look, Marcus, do you want to record for the tape, or do you want to go looking around you and picking up everything you see? Hmm?
Say
something. Yes, it's on. It's on. Now let me hear you sing something for the tape recorder. Come on. Let's hear you sing. Come on. Start again, please. Yes, again. There must be more to it than that. Surely. Huh. Yes, again. More? There must be more to that song. Hmm? Yes. Yes, I'm waiting for you to sing a song. Old MacDonald had a farm. How about that? Hmm? Yeah. What other song now do you know? E-I-E-I-O. And there's another one, isn't there? You like, Brown Girl in the Ring, la 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 la. What about that one? Sing it. Come away from the farm for a minute and sing brown bird in the ring, la 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 la. Brown bird in the ring, tra la 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 la. Juliana is a bold girl. Don't touch the tape recorder. La 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 la. Because she is a bold little girl. Tra-la-la.
And I met at the man they put over and John's for himself. And we come
You're chopping up the fellas now when you go shopping.
I was to his office. And I went up to the station to inquire of the station master myself. The 7:40 train was direct to Dublin.
Strike the table, in other words.
Over for Saturday.
Good boy, Marcus. Granny, the Marcus is going to tape. The tape recorder's on. No. E-I-E-I. Come on. Grandma says that, and you say it. Come on, I want you to say it. Brown girl in the ring with her big tall hat. Do it. Juliana, out you go. Out you go. Get out of this place. You're not to come in here anymore because you've been a bull girl and you walked on all the castles built by Joanna. I'm not talking to you. No, I will not speak to you. But there's nothing funny about it. Who gave you that sweet? Granny? She's bold to give you sweets. She's been a very, very bold girl, Granny, while you were away. She was told not to put her nose inside the store again. Now, brown girl in the ring, Marcus Holland is a good wee boy. Brown girl in the ring, Juliana's bold. Brown girl in the ring, tra-la-la-la-la. Juliana is the boldest little girl in town. Bum-ba-dum. Marcus Holland is a good wee boy. Well, you go off there and take your dinner, Miss Juliana Holland. You bold monkey. Give her this slap as she's going out, Granny. Give her a good slap as she's going out. One for me and one for you. Now, Marcus, we'll continue our singing, our recording.
Help her now, slap her hand.
If you know it, clap your hand. That's it? What are you going? You sing.
Help
You.
her now, slap her hand.
If you know it, clap your hand. Clap your hand. Sing it again. Grandad doesn't know.
Now, slap her hand.
Good boy. Go on, sing it. Grandad doesn't know it, so you'll have to tell me.
Help her now, slap her hand. No.
Good boy.
Wait up.
What else? What are the words again? If you...
Shaky ducky,
Do what?
shaky ducky listen out to
Here they are, up here. These are the stars that you're looking for. There they are. Up beside the microphone. Bum, 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 bum. See them? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. There you are. Now, let's hear ourselves, shall we? Yes? Now, Marcus, you can record again. Sing. Sing, or else Grandad's going to go to sleep. Grandad, go to sleep. Hmm? No, you'd like to sing giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. That's what you'd like to sing, Marcus. Come on. Come on. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, gup, gup, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, gup, gup, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, gup, gup, giddy up, giddy up. Is that what you mean? That's right. Now, the other song we were trying to sing earlier on today was, that's it. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, gup, gup, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, gup, gup, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, gup, gup, giddy up, giddy up. The other song was, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hand. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hand.
Clap your hands.
Clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Granny knows them, you see? It is, of course. What else?
Oh, yes. If you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet.
But you don't know the words, Mommy.
Stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet and clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Then, if you're happy and you know it, blink your eyes.
Oh, I
If
see,
you're happy
that's it.
and you know it, blink your eyes. If you're happy and you know it, blink your eyes. If you're happy and you know it, blink your eyes. If you're happy and you know it, put your hands. What's the say? Clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, if you're happy and you know it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, and you're happy and you know it, if you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, blink your eyes. If you're happy and you know it, blink your eyes. If you're happy and you know it, there's a whole lot more there.
That's the good boy, Marcus. That's right.
And if you're happy and you know it, stretch your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stretch your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stretch your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. What's that?
No. Say that again, Marcus. Something else.
If you're happy,
Speak up, he said. I can't hear you. Speak up, he said.
come on.
Oh, bless my soul. Very
And now here is Marcus and Juliana, 2 years on. It's now November 1984.
The rest is for me.
What's that?
The rest is for me.
Hmm? Say that again. I can't understand what you're saying.
She said the rest is for me.
Don't be so greedy, Juliana. Leave some to for Noel and...
There's only this big one.
No. No, these are all for Noel and Roisin. You take them over there.
Juliana can ask me too.
No, these are for you. Yeah. Juliana has had hers now. See, she grabbed all those others there. You did. I saw you grab.
I'm kidding.
Don't raise your voice. Grandad will whack.
Grandad will whack. Go along, you dictator. Cruel. Go ahead, Juliana.
If Roisin and Noel offer them to you. Oh, there you are. Now see how good Noel is. And Roisin, oh, see that, how they offer them to you.
She's Noel.
She's Noel, is she? Oh, I'm so sorry, but you're so like twins. I keep getting... Oh, don't give her too many now. She's already... Oh, no, you'll spoil her. No, you eat them. No. Can you recite a poem, Roisin? Record. Say yes or no. No. Can you recite a poem? Why not? Any kind of a poem.
She's part of the prince, I don't.
She has piles of
I
poems.
didn't learn any yet.
Did you not?
Circus.
Did you not?
No. No, my dad's stuff. Yeah, you would. No, that's not home. Kinda.
What kind of poems? What kind of,
What do you think?
The Christmas first.
what kind of poems? Noel.
He has one about the dog. He digs up there. But I forget some of that.
Would you like to recite that for me?
The totally short little verses in this. Teddy how is that? The Lord, Teddy Bree, spoken to not much.
Say that again.
Teddy Lord, Teddy Bree, spoken to in a heap.
And Noel?
Teddy Lord, Teddy Bree, spoken to
It's the same one.
See, not the one.
Can you Granny. Can you recite another one, Noel? Only if Noel offered them to you. There you are. Oh, I'm so sorry. Would you say that again, Noel, please?
The master of the text upon the master and I'm figuring to do that.
Good girl. Juliana, can you recite a poem? Come on, let's hear you.
Black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, yes, sir, 3 red fruit. 1 for the master, 1 for the dame, 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane.
Good girl. That's it. Now I'm Roisin. Your turn. And that's Granny. Granny, will you be quiet?
Oh.
Come on, Roisin. Anything at all.
Georgie Porgy put in the pie and kissed the guards and make the food. These boys come out to play Georgie Porgy and all.
Come on. Let's go. Kiss the girl. Girls, you're very good. I must say, you record very well, and Granny makes noise beautifully.
What's this in the glass?
Orange juice, the Baba didn't finish. Because she's an old sea girl. That's orange is left over by the Baba because she's a bold hussy. Oh, she fall down. Fall down. Now, who has any more nursery rhymes?
Me.
What? Off you go then. Record them on the tape recorder.
It would be like a sheep when you couldn't know where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home with them, wagging their tails behind them.
Again. Another one. Rocky. Noel.
Lucky Miss Muffet sat in her tuppence, eating her curls away. Along came a spider and sat on her side around, dragging Miss Muffet away.
Lovely. Lovely. Rushing.
Little Jack Horner.
Give Granny, if you keep interrupting, you'll be put out of the room.
You know Jack Horner. Sat in the corner.
Eating her curls away.
Starts at the beginning.
Little Miss Muffet sat in her puffers, eating her curls away. Along came she stuck in her tongue and pulled out a plum and said, "What's goodbye, my?"
Little Jack Horner sat in the corner.
Eating his curls away. Along came a spider and said, he stuck in his tongue and pulled out a plum and said, "What's goodbye, am I?" No, that's another one.
Yes.
No.
How's that one about Little Jack Horner? Oh, Little Jack Horner. Sucking her thumb.
I give Juliana.
She never keeps it. She never keeps
I
it.
told her to put it in her sleeve.
I told her the same for a while.
There's another one. 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4,
Oh,
knock
yes,
the door,
that's
5.
nice. So that.
1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4 is knock the door, 5, 6, pick up 6, 7, 8, ladies 8, 9, 10, the big fat 10, 11, 12, big and dead, 13, 14, made into quarter, 15, 16, made into waiting, 19, 20, my plate is empty. Mary, Mary, cat comes Mary, half does a garden grow, silver beds and cupcakes, and all pretty maids in a row.
Good girl.
I want to go now. Mary Parsons, Fairy, heard a fairy a garden grows, with silver bells and little cocktails all in a row.
Good girl.
Well, who's next?
Pussycat, pussycat. Do you know that one?
No. Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? Upstairs, downstairs.
That's that queen.
Oh, so nice.
Yes. Pussycat, pussycat. What did you get there? The plate that's under the chair.
There's one about Goosey Goosey Gander.
Oh, yes.
Where are you?
What is it?
Upstairs, downstairs. I think. And there's something more. Some Goosey Gander, upstairs, downstairs, into my lady chamber.
Don't the one who says prayers, Juliana. What about that one? Contemplate the hind leg and threw him down the stairs.
Oh yeah, that's Goosey Goosey Gander.
Yes.
There's one about
Jack and Jill.
Yeah, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and he came rolling after.
That's
Tumbling after. Up got Jack and won his rock. People took it away. He jumped into his bed and banged his head, and he couldn't get up in the morning. No, then from something, from paper. And it's getting from paper. Yeah.
Oh, the around down paper.
Yeah. I think it's brown paper. You think it's Noel. Jack and Jill went up the hill. You see black hair, black paper. See that? You know it?
Okay.
But you know that one. When I was 1, I just began. When I was 2, I nearly knew. When I was 3, I was hard. When I was 4, I didn't know much. It wasn't much more. When I was 5, I was still alive. When I was 6, now I'm 6. I think I'll be up 6 forever and ever.
Good, lovely.
The end of the thing.
Yeah.
I know one. Black head, green head, green head. Oh, that's about Penny. That's a story. Do you know the one that where to keep your chickens clean? Oh, yeah, same Mrs. Duck. I don't know that one. That's my. I know it. And there's one about Rocky talked about two little girls who lived in a hollow oak tree. They did all the cooking and cleaning themselves, and often another one about Ducky Duck. And each had a hat with a feather. He did all the cooking and cleaning themselves, and there's something else. And all about the rainbow.
What about Paddy on the railway? Do you know that one?
Oh yeah, Paddy on the railway picking up some stones. Along came an engine and broke off Piggy's nose. Oh, said Piggy, that's not fair. Those are the and I don't care. And just one about the rainbow fairies. 2 little clouds one summer day went flying through the sky. They went so fast they bumped their head and both began to cry. Old father's son looked down and said, oh, never mind, my dears. I'll send my little fairy folks to dry your falling tears. One came in indigo, another wore violet. In blue, green, yellow, orange, red, they made a pretty row, I forget. And there's something about, they wiped their tears all away, and all the world he saw, there's one little line more, I forget it.
That's very good indeed. Very good indeed. Big clap for Roisin. Very good. Now, Grandad is going to recite a nursery rhyme that he just made up. Roisin Murta is a grand girl, combing her dolly's hair. She washes her dolls in fairy snow soap, and they all go up in bubbles.
It's gorgeous.
Now, who is going to go ahead now? Recite away until you're tired.
3 little girls in the tub. 3 little girls in the rub.
Oh no, that's 3 men in a tub.
Yeah.
Scrub, dub. Yeah, 3 men in a tub. Scrub, dub.
That's rest before meals. Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub.
What else is there? There's one about 8 diddle the cat and the fiddle the car jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such fun, but British ran away with the spoon.
Good.
What other one has it?
Me!
No. What's this one you
There's one about the backflip that I read up. I have a dog, his name is Spot. And there's something else about him. He likes to drink out of a pot.
Oh.
Is that... No, I know it. If I was an Indian red and stick 3 feathers on my head, I'd wear a suit of reindeer skin. Now my feet are moccasins, so soft I crawled that none would hear, till my feet was quite so near. My home would be a woodman's small, and through the night I crawled. If I was hungry yet, I'll go and stick an arrow through my bow, to shoot at 6, and then I'll have a splendid feast.
Lovely.
My turn now. Hickory Dock.
I have a dog.
No, I want
His name is
Hickory-
Duck.
I want to sing Hickory Dock.
Yeah, all right.
Hickory Dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock took one down. The mouse ran round the clock. Hickory Dock.
Lovely. Now, what else?
But the dogs are going to sing.
Yes, she's got a big class.
talks and he does not with his own. He heats up his porridge before it gets cold, and Mommy and Daddy use hot water to scold. When I wash my teddy, I scrub all his toes, his little black fingers and his wooden nose. I rub him and scrub him until his face glows, and off to his bed my sweet teddy bear goes.
Lovely.
My turn.
Do you know the one Juliana wrote? La la la.
No.
That you know we love you.
I don't know. That's sounding nice.
Huh?
That is only. That's sounding nice. Is it that one? That's nice.
Hasn't it? Oh, yes. You don't sound it.
I think about cornflakes in the zoo. I want to think about the monkeys. The zoo. Oh, I want to think about the monkeys fucking when Charlie. Very funny. The monkeys, lifting up the mood, the monkeys in the zoo, acting and listen, you can listen to. Once when Charlie, very funny, Charlie chuck, 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 went to bed with 3 young ducks. One of them died and Charlie cried, Charlie, Charlie, chuck, chuck, chuck.
Now, Granda's turn. Little Myrtle is a gorgeous beauty, her eyes bright as diamonds, and when she laughs, her voice is as sweet as almonds. Everybody has had a poem about them now, all the children except Juliana. What's the song that Grandad made up about you, Juliana? You are my sweetheart, Juliana. You are my sweetheart, Juliana. You are my sweetheart, you're my love, you are my angel, Juliana. Isn't that it? Who used to sing that for you to put you to sleep when you were a baby? When you were a baby, Grandad used to sing that song for you, quite right, when you were a baby. We mustn't think that we are being sung to sleep nowadays. We're very big girls. We don't need to be sung to sleep. Do we? Does Grandad sing a song to sleep? You seek a song to sleep you, to seek you, to put you to sleep. They?
Granny.
Granny does. There we are. Now, who can sing a song? Can you sing? Let's hear you. Come on, sing a song, quick.
1 minute.
Oh, excuse me. Grandad's got a frog in his throat. Come on.
What's the last thing?
Whatever you like, darling.
Can you sing about black sheep? No, I think that's, yeah, already.
Oh, no, these are not recitations. You have to sing a song now. Like, sing a song of sunbeams, let the notes fall where they may. Sing a song of sunbeams in a light fantastic
No, I don't know that one.
Tell the blues you're sorry, that you just can't be annoyed.
I don't know. I don't know that
Because they
one.
know it's null and void. Man? Oh, excuse me. Come on, hurry on and sing. Our Grandad will sing another song.
Oh yeah. Blackberry.
No. Well, we'll sing a song.
Horse on the merry-go-round, up and down, round and round. Keeping sense in the day he found he's the very last horse on the merry-go-round. How we tried and tried and tried, but he just never got win. And cried and cried and cried. So the other horse ran ahead of him. Then came the day on the merry-go-round. Horse turned, looked around, and then said, "Gosh, oh gee, the first horse in the merry-go-round, the others are following me."
Good girl.
I want to sing the fifth.
Off you go. Juliana. Sorry, we have to switch you off. Come on. No, wait. 3.
There's no such thing like Grandma, and I will always think of you. There's no such thing like far away, and we always think of you. Grandma, we love you. Grandma, we do. There's no such thing like Grandma. I forgot the rest.
That's very good. That's lovely. Now it's Noel's turn. Are you ready, Noel? 1, 3.
I've got a whistling rabbit that whistles when you grab it. It whistles just for you. When you press his nose, he whistles high. Not whistles slow, lower than a mouse. Press the toes, he whistles slow, lower than a hawk. See that?
Good girl. Thank you, Noel. Now, Juliana. 3. No, sorry. No. You don't want to. Sing, oh. Now, it's raining outside now, girls, isn't it? Isn't it? It's raining outside. Well, remember this. Every time it rains. What does it rain? Pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? Where you'll find your fortune folding all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down. And you've got the doll upside down, you're rushing, I see. Not that very well. Trade them for a packet of sunshine and flowers. Something, not a thing, they must have showers. So when you hear thunder, don't run on the tree. They'll be pennies from heaven for you and me. Good girl, Rosie. Quite right. How did you know it was me? Because it rhymes with...
And.
Good girl. Now, who's next for a song?
Ring a rosy, a pocket. Ring a rosy, a pocket full of posy. A tissue, we all fall down.
Good girl. Rosie. Noel.
Jesus sat down in the shade of a tree and said, "You to the children can see by me." He sat at his feet and he took them and smiled and told them how much he loved each little child. He told them about the Father that came to spread kindness and love. So come, little children, let's all sing a song, because Jesus loves you all day long.
Lovely, isn't it? Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to sing one? At long last, Juliana? Come on.
We'll put this in the pocket.
Come on, all together now. We have the song that we can all sing. He's got the whole world in his hand. 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 He's got Mary Murta in his hand. He's got Mary Murta in his hand. He's got Mary Murta in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got Julie and Noel and Rushing in his hand. Juliana and Rushing and Noel in his hand. I'm not going to repeat the 3 words again. He's got the whole lot of us in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world. Clap your hands. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hands. How are you, Mary? Did you come up for the girls for their lunch?
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame. We've got to lose them. Shall we have one more chorus before you go? Or would you like to hear what you've recorded already?
I'd like to hear what we call
Good. And the ladies, having heard what they had already recorded, are now ready to have their photograph taken. before they go home, and bring along this tape with them so that they can play it while they're having their lunch. Right? All right, girls? We'll put you beside the tape recorder as well. No.
Me!
Wait a moment, now I've taken your picture very often before. It's not. Now, if you would just hold that, Mary, I think it'd be better, Mary. Just like put your hand on it like this. Just hold it. May not come out at all, but we'll see. Now. Wait a second now. Wait a second. I'm only giving you a loan of this tape. And you can bring it back to me when your mommy and daddy are tired.
When shadows
This is a copy on a Sony tape of an EMI tape sent to us by Margaret and Tony.
For the moment, I think Marius wants to have a word with you and send a message. Yeah, Marius. No, please say something first. Say hello to Grandad and Granny.
I don't know what to say.
Well, what would you like to say? First of all, say hello. You don't go straight into a poem.
What will I say?
What would you like to say?
I'd say we're going to swing in the garden.
Well, tell Grandad the news, yes. Say hello first to Grandad and Granny.
Hello, Grandad and Granny. I told Mommy what a surprise we got on Thursday morning, that when we got up we saw a swing in the garden, and there was no seat to it, but Daddy bought two planks of wood which just fitted onto the swing. And I fell off it this morning with Joanna, and Mrs. Campiole gave us a push, but I fell back and hurt my head on the bar, and my two legs were scratched. That's all I know.
Now, what would you like to say? Would you like to say a poem or sing or what? Well, say what you're going to do, Marius, first of all.
Poem.
Of course, it's very hard here because Joanna's looking at it as if you're going to reply Grandad and Granny any minute. You'd have a queer hop if you did. Now, Marius is going to say a poem for you first of all. Which one is it, Marius? Called The Barber.
I'd like to be a barber and learn to shave and clip, calling out next please and pocketing my tip. All day you'd hear my scissors going snip, snip, snip. I'd rather people's faces and their noses I would grip. While I shaved most carefully along the upper lip, but I wouldn't be a barber if the razor was to slip. Would you?
Now, that was good, wasn't it? Daddy and Mommy, we have a little tune for you here, one that you know very, very well. I wonder will you recognise it in the modern American idiom. Sorry about that, I got a little bit of something else in. Now, here's Joanna to sing a song about Father Christmas. Whereas, don't touch that for a moment.
No, I'm not going to say
Now,
that.
Joanna, all right? What's the one you better watch out, is it?
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not shout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's checking a list, he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's not your night. He sees when you're sleeping, he sees when you're awake. He sees when you're being bad or good, so be good for goodness sake.
Good, lovely. Now, no, Daddy, I have no idea from beginning to end what's recording or what isn't, but I'll take a chance on it anyway. This is a lovely poem that I'd like to read to you. It was written by John Millington Synge for his love at the time, Molly Allgood. She was an actress in the Abbey Theatre. At the time he wrote the Playboy of the Western World, and he loved her very, very much indeed, but his love was unacceptable to her. I can't think why. I fancied him myself. Here it is anyway. I have no idea what the name of it is, if it has one at all, but I found it in an old book in a queue once. I brought you where the stars and moon of night filled earth and air with dreams of strange delight. I taught you notes of blackbirds, wrens, and larks, and showed you ruddy buds with curious marks. I made you listen to far wings of rooks, and held you in my arms in mossy nooks. And then I thought, my long, long waiting done, as sick men watch the rising of an autumn sun. And then I saw you go your own sure way, to oily men made rich with cheap display. So I go lonely to the lonely hills, where still the fragrant air my breathing fills. And I lie low with many a deadly weed, and write a heavy curse to fill my creed, and cry for some hot brand to sear my lips, which my wild madness laid upon your fingertips. Okay? That's lovely. Daddy, here's a tune. We did the Mountains of Mourne the last time. We'll do a little tour of Ireland. And our records are so, what shall I say, unmusical in comparison to yours. You seem to have the best of every world over there. This is called The Cliffs of Dooneen. I think Tony has just come in, and I don't know whether I ought to hand over to him or not, because he's here in the background giving me instructions. His sausages are sizzling on the pan. Not Marks and Spencer's one, mind you. And he says it's all going to be picked up, but sure, if you get the whiff of my cooking, won't it be as good as me being over there? Anyway, here is a lovely song for Mammy, because of her affiliation with County Donegal. It's about the fishermen in Killybegs. Quite beautifully sung here by Tommy Makem, who was once with the Clancy brothers. Oh, I wish to goodness somebody would invent a record player where all you'd have to say would be abracadabra or open sesame. I want to play a tune and it would play, rather than all these buttons and switches. Well, I'm on my own now, except for Tony just sitting there staring at me. Marius and Joanne have abandoned me altogether and are sitting doing a jigsaw. So I'll carry on with another Glenn Campbell song. And it's a beautiful one called The Rhinestone Cowboy. I'm sure you've often heard it before. Let's see if I press the right button this time. I like that one, Daddy and Mammy. I hope you did. That's our kind of music. Now the next one is one very appropriate to you if you're living in London. Here in Meadowbank it's quite quiet and we don't have much noise except from the children. And where you are, when you can't cope with all the noise of London and the fumes and the cars and the pollution and the smoke and the smog and all the things that you complain about, just think of it as this wonderful musician does. It's a song by Neil Diamond. You probably heard of him, and I think you might have seen his show in London. But he's one of the top modern writers of music at the moment, and his words are just lovely. And it's called Beautiful Noise. That was sung by Danny Doyle, who's an Irish singer. In fact, he was on the Pam Ayre show in England, but not at his best, I may say. Mammy, I hope you don't think that we're deserting you. It all seems to be rather one-sided. It's not meant to be like that, because I have a lovely one coming up. In fact, it's a question for you. Not this next one, but the one after that. I feel that the tape might be running out this side. And no doubt you'll answer it. This one here is a lovely one. I think it's very much of your era when you were a younger man in Ballina, and perhaps you sang it yourself in the days of Fred Astaire, might I say? Well, Mommy, are you saying, oh yes, I know where they grow, at the back of the house in Cashel, or on the hill or in the hollow in Garrison? 1 second now. Yes, I'll just pop off for a second. Sorry, that was a little bit rushed. I didn't mean that so. This next song is very cute, and that's about all I can say about it. I hope that you like it. That most unusual one. Really, I'd always feel that the words don't fit the music at all, but they got the message across anyway. Now, I wonder, Daddy, Mammy, will you recognise your assistant editor of The Observer here?
I have a song to sing, oh, sing me your song, oh.
Sorry for the delay. I really don't understand a word of that, but it's so beautiful. It's the day before Christmas Eve, and I'm sitting here on my own, and the wind is howling outside, and the rain is lashing up against the windows, and I've got a good coal fire on, and I'm surrounded by a mass of tapes. I haven't a clue what's on any of them, but I'll take potluck and play this next piece, which I think is telling you all about what we're all about and doing, like everybody else is doing. Here's
Margaret, I just heard the following piece of music, and it reminded me so much of you that I decided to make up a new cassette for you with this as the first item. And as it was playing, I just pictured you frolicking about the garden, the back garden or the front garden, take your pick, at Meadowbank. This is you to a T as you flounce about the garden, hair blowing in the wind and all that, you know. Da-la-di-da-di-da-di-da. Hello, everybody. Hello, Tony. Hello, Marius and Joanna and Marcus. I haven't forgotten you. It was just that I was reminded of my mama while this item was playing. Here it is. That was Bellini's Oboe Concerto, and while it was playing, I was standing with my back to the fire and just picturing you gambolling about the garden, as I say there. Mama is at Hammersmith for the Irish Times. That is, Mama SC went to Hammersmith. We want to see the report of Conor Cruise O'Brien's contribution to the television programme Weekend World, in which they discussed the famous Jack Lynch controversial statement about the amnesty and the British getting out of Ireland and all that sort of thing. Should be in any moment, and I have the tea ready for her, and I will see you anon. And I played the next item that was on it. This is on that cassette. This is what I heard, believe it or not.
For my next choice, I've gone to Ireland for a very beautiful air called Mná na Chéarann.
Marius, happy birthday, love. We've just finished putting cards into envelopes and addressing them to you, Granny and I hope they speed along quickly so that you'll get them in good time to have for your actual birthday, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time on the day of your birthday. Granny said that she's going to put all she has to say to you in a letter. She's too shy to come near the microphone. She like Joanna. Now, when you were all here last year, I intended that you should meet Gillian Humphreys, the girl across the road, as I call her. She's a singer, and yesterday she was on the radio in that Jacobs program, Melodies for You, with that twit Jacobs. He didn't even give her a proper introduction. However, here he is trying to introduce this for her in the first song she sang yesterday morning. Incidentally, when I say yesterday morning, this is Monday afternoon on the 16th of January 1978. Well, as you heard there now, not a terribly powerful voice, a little on the harsh side, mezzo-soprano, but a lovely person, and we're all delighted that she has landed the star role in the new musical playing opposite Bruce Forsyth in a show. Mammy interrupted there. Over here. It's in the musical, yes, and the name of the musical is what the traveling music show is called, and it's starting on the 15th of March. 15th March, I'm sure all the famous actresses in the country are very jealous of her landing this marvellous role. It does mean that she'll be a star overnight. And Tony, now that you've heard her, you'll probably turn to Margaret and say, if that's the case, then there's hope for you yet, Margaret. You know, it's amazing the things you can pick up if you leave your tape recorder on long enough. Last night, after the 100 Best Tunes was finished, I left the tape recorder on to hear the news headlines, and this is what I heard.
The Prime Minister of the Irish Republic, Jack Lynch, has won overwhelming support for his Northern Ireland policy at the annual youth conference of his party, Fianna Fáil. Although he didn't repeat his call for Britain to withdraw from Ulster one day, several speakers who raised the issue were enthusiastically applauded. I beg your pardon.
Now, they see what I mean? There's a man who was enthusiastic about his work, wasn't he? Indeed. God love him. Well, he did apologize. Very good. I love those moments which I pick up very, very rarely on radio or television. They are moments which you've got to be ready for or you'll miss, and they just float away into eternity on the ether waves. Say something before this cassette ends? I'm kidding, or this is the end of the cassette too. You want to say something before this cassette ends?
Yes. Hello. Goodbye. God bless everybody. I'm going out shopping and spend our fortune.
Sailors, that's the sailor's farewell, isn't it? Hello and goodbye. She must come from Jim Callahan's part of the world. Hello, sailor. This side of the cassette is never going to end. I wouldn't mind, but I've got a lovely item lined up already to play for you at the beginning of the other side of this cassette. So whether it's finished or not, we're going to turn over. Are you ready there, cassette? Are you going to come to a stop, or are you going to be on there all day? Come on, or that. Mama, come on, or that. Mama has a letter in the post. That'll pass a few inches of the tape anyway. Holy God, it's going to be on here for a week of Sundays and Mondays. Oh, yes, I forgot to tell you, Paddy Clare was here last night and we played him some of your tape and he said, what a beautiful voice Margaret has. At which, of course, point we all got up and clapped and took a bow. As I was saying when I was rudely interrupted there, when I was saying something interesting, at which point we also bowed to Paddy and thanked him on your behalf, Margaret. And then I threw him down the blooming stairs. I will not tolerate opposition in my own sphere. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is an item which I recorded for the first time while I sat up in bed in my room in the Hogsback Hotel in 1966, and it has become a family favourite of ours ever since. Now, by contrast, here is an item which, when it was first performed, was described as blithe and dewy-eyed. Get your handkerchiefs ready, folks. Okay, you can put the handkerchiefs back now. That was Chanson de Matin, and absolutely English, despite the French title. At that point, Mama made for the door. She's off again. And I asked her as she was going out the door, any famous last words? She says, yes. Farewell, my love. Stella, my love. Do you really mean that? I think she does, God love her. And all the size of her, and the big coaxing eyes of her. No wonder I love her. Oh, yes, that reminds me. In your tape, you included a lot of Irish comalias, or a few Irish comalias. They went down very, very well here. Mama dances around the room every time they're on, throwing her legs out all over the place. So more of those, please. Yes, I like to keep my women happy. Now, something very unusual, which you wouldn't hear in the ordinary course of events. You heard of Jacobson, the Swede, who has started a new religion in Ireland, or a new religious order, rather. Well, here are some extracts from 3 cassettes he has made. 2 of them are on weakness and 1 on gratitude, and let's start with the 1 on gratitude. Here are some extracts I took from all 3 cassettes. That, give me the willies, I don't know about you. Tony, I don't know how the audio is going. I hope it's going well, for your sake, because I shall inspect it closely when I get there as soon as the weather breaks. Here's a few hints on, in case there's a breakdown in the audio. It can happen. The best of us, even Sterling Moss, can have a breakdown now and again. Here is some advice from professionals.
Come on, get moving!
Well, you see what I mean, Tony. You can't be too careful, so go easy with our audio. See if you can guess the name of this classic, which has been slightly jazzed up.
Yes, I was going to say with that last recording, it's not quite good, and blame RTE, don't blame me, because I think what happened was that there was a scratch in the record. It can happen, to the best of people. The next one here is a lovely song. It's a tune, so you can learn it off by heart, Daddy, and sing to it as you're dancing around the kitchen, frying your own sausages. It's Wichita Line Man.
But isn't it the heartless children we're rearing these days that have us hopping and trotting about the place? and listening to that sort of thing there, pretending that they were doing wrong, and all they're doing is right, and they make it all. I never had the likes in all me days. To think that they expect me to be dancing about the place like that in my condition and at my age. Oh, sure, holy God Almighty tonight. I never had the likes in all my days, in all my 50, or is it 60? I don't know. What age at all is am I? Well, tell me, ma'am, there, what age am I at all now? So I don't remember now. The memory is gone, you know, and it is getting when I'm playing the wrong things on the recorders and every old thing. Sure, I'm being playing back the same thing now that they said they were after sending to me. If I'm not greatly mistaken there, I sure did I send it there? What was it myself at all there? I'm not sure at all, you know. Sure. Well, anyway, that's all we have to say now to you is good luck to you now, and looking out the window, it is looking if it's going to be very dark, and it'll probably stay that way. Well, of course, it's natural, I suppose, that it'll be dark, you know, too, because it's night time. But it do be coming on a bit quicker now than it used to be in my young days. Oh, holy God, it should be as bright as day at this time of the evening when I was a young fella. Hopping and trotting and jumping over the hedges and ditches there around about fella now. Sure, everything has changed. They say the weather is changing now, so that we'll have another ice age coming at all. Oh, glory be to God. Oh, what am I going to do at all? Anyway, that's goodbye now from me, and it's goodbye from him, and goodbye from her, and goodbye from everybody, actually. Jolly good show. Hope you enjoy the old tape, you know, and the variety, and all that. Bye. And once more, Marius, a very, very happy birthday. I hope you enjoy the lovely cards we've sent you. There's some beautiful items on them. I wanted to record the message that was on each of the cards we've sent you, but Granny was in such a hurry to get them into the envelopes and get them off to you for your birthday that I didn't get time to record them. But perhaps you'll record them for us and send them back to us on your next cassette, which we all look forward to eagerly. Goodbye now, goodbye.
Wasn't it as lovely as we thought it would be? It's such a splendid book.
As you thought.
But what did you think of it?
I thought it was very good. And I couldn't take it seriously.
Why not?
I read them.
Oh, it's just so tall.
I know they were seriously.
What could you not take seriously about it? That his own factory, he went back, you know, the man who noted who was now a factory worker, and traced his own family, and went to the records, the offices in America and England and in Gambia. I thought it was absolutely flawless. Wonderfully well acted, and it could put across this marvellous feeling, you know, to me, of the freedom and the beauty and the natural surroundings of Africa. And then that all the change and the way that they showed that was tremendous. That must have been how it felt. Oh. It would be just like as if we had to leave Ireland. We had to leave Ireland and never see it again. The thought of it. At least when you're living in England, you always have the dreams to come, and you know what you have. But the thought of living here, and knowing that you could lose it so easily. Dreadful. And when he said he'd swim to the riverbank and they didn't know what the sea was.
Yes.
Oh, it was so moving, and it was so sad. I broken hearted about it. And the preaching about the Christianity and the beautiful culture they had in their own village, and how you can catch a bird without killing it, and how you're a warrior and your enemy is never dead because he's done with your enemy. Oh, so philosophical. And then the white men seemed to be such barbarians intruding on that lovely world, didn't they? The beautiful bodies and the way they could run and...
John Newton was there. And of course, slavery was the main character of the boat.
I know, yes, I see.
So said he often wondered when slaves came out and now he knows.
Now the white man, I thought, well, no wonder. The white people even today, they think very much along the same lines. I think. Modified version, don't you think? They think they've no culture, they've nothing, that they came from nothing, they're all cannibals and eating one another. It's such a beautiful culture long before they were ever heard of. It must have been like that for the Irish people too. That's probably why we feel so close to coloured people. That it was like that for us in the famine days, in the penal days. Weren't they magnificent looking, Tony? His mother and his father, beautiful, and the teacher. They were lovely, big, pure eyes.
But I learned that one thing up to what time? When was it?
18.
The American Civil War. Almost.
No, the slave trade was finished about a little over 100 years ago. It was called the...
When was the Civil War?
Oh, I don't think I can say more. I can never remember. I don't know.
No, because they still had the slaves, right?
They hadn't, it was the English who did away with the many wealthy
They
Americans.
still had them during those.
Well, they happened to call the slave triangle. And, what was the word? Anyway, the base was Liverpool, the west coast of Africa, and America. That was the triangle that they worked in. They were bringing goods from London and cargo of coal. But at the beginning, of course, it had the slaves, because in the old America at that time, he was an English officer and Stephen was an Englishman. And the bounty hunters were all English. And I think when a man is walking through his village or through a field, he's a proud man, and the minute he's put behind a cage, he loses all his dignity.
There's something on
Yeah.
it's on the world in a cage.
And I was watching a most interesting film the other night on YouTube called The Planet of the Apes, with Charles Heston, and these American spacemen went and looked at this planet, their life on this planet, and no form of human life. And you know, this were the apes. The apes were in charge, highly intelligent, and when they saw man, they treated them like man is treated animals, and caged them. And when the man had tried to say something, they said, oh, you know, he's grunting, and they just threw the food to him. It was just the reverse. It was a fascinating thing. You know, and the apes were highly civilized, and they were saying, you know, we have to prove that we really originate from these creatures, man, called himself. You know, it's the other way around.
The apes were taken behind.
Very interesting point. The man who wrote Roots, Arthur Haley, he, I don't think so. Is it Arthur Haley or Alan Haley? I must look up and see. That's right. That's right. Well, this man, he's a coloured man, and he works in a factory, and I read about him in the Sunday Times a couple of months ago, and they said the factory worker who's made $1 million in Roots, and I thought it was the Roots car, that's what attracted me. So, seemingly he spent hard-earned money, and, you know, as they say, when it was on the opposite channel to what it was being put through, put on Gone with the Wind, which is the greatest film ever made, and even at that, it stole more audiences than Gone with the Wind is, you know, revered and worshipped. You daren't say a word about it in America. and that the crime rate is virtually nil in the black ghettos in the nights that it's on. There's a level in life it cost $6 million to make. The most expensive film ever for television, or television film. And in America, they filmed for 7 consecutive nights. They make 3 festivals. The Tower House can do that, isn't it? And Ireland is the first country to have bought it. The BBC have bought it, but they're not showing it the next week.
It's really cheap.
The same, they bought Richmond Berman, the first one to buy it as well. The BBC didn't buy it for this.
Must be on the ball.
Well, this really is well worth it. Really good, the money well spent.
Lots of your money I spent.
Pardon?
I say, how much of your money I spent?
I don't mind much. Oh, yes, I thought it was lovely.
You say it's money well spent, Mark. But how much of it is your money that was spent?
Yeah, people from mine were speaking from everybody. The television writers. I could pay for that kind of thing. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind for £30 a year. If you could value me, that is culture and it's delightful. I don't mind paying for things, but I'm down here. I'm not going to pay for a cabaret or silly things like that. It's not that
Much culture.
being because I think the stories are no good though.
No good. You like Australian?
I think that. I want to see the first before tonight. I think it's very, it hasn't got the good now that you don't have to think for yourself much.
But we say the groups, they don't think you have to do that.
Oh, well, it's a different thing. It's not a detective. But a detective would imagine that you'd be able to pick out the goodie and the baddie, but also I noticed that they have, the signature tune of, what was that thing, the Sacred Suite.
Or culture.
Yes. Remember I thought it was lovely music, that's what it is. But I wonder,
Secure. Not secure was like real. That's all I had in for the most part.
did they want?
Secure was much. Good news.
What
You
was?
don't go away from the fire to watch groups. 2 months to be more. So, what's his name? Going to play.
Good Kincaid.
He's been born.
Most the love of this.
I said the stars, it's the stars, birds. It's one blush. I never saw the birds, she said.
Did you see something to show?
Very innocent, wicked.
I never saw it. You got her own
I
story.
never saw the birds, she said. She would.
I think that most of them would turn away from it because it would be too reminding. Where's Martin?
Oh, they was very interesting.
Oh, how annoying. I've been mad with somebody. This is their ignorance of who I am. I'm frustrated for him. Look at the man downstairs, Nicholas. I was thinking of stuff that they look like a game and laughing for it all, but he was becoming the man in go for the door. I could think it was Jenny Davy and the rest of them all. Laughing. When you were circumcised. Mamma mia. Well, I'm one of the leaders, so. Even if 2 people told me, he said.
Not because you know, yeah, but most of it, but if you know, yeah.
I bring the cups up with it too.
Tennis practice about it.
I'm surprised that you wouldn't do something like that, Tony. You know, you're usually in the ball.
But I did. They usually on the what?
In the balls or things like that. Then you know more about it than I would. But I presume that's what was happening now.
Who did that?
Well, you remember his teacher, the long black white cloak?
Oh, yeah.
You saw the collection, I suppose, did you?
Oops.
How beautiful. Of course, I had to go inside, it was in black and white. I'm sure it was. And they had already been wrestling, you know, with the tall man, I forget what his name was. He was the wrestler.
What the clown?
And then he said, again, a strange name for penises and
Matus.
and he said you would put out your Matus, whatever it was in the old days. Of course it was a show, but you could see by the area.
Well, this is quite a spot here.
I was, yes, but I wonder who other people did. But all the same, there's sugary.
And they come in different shapes and sizes.
They're not supposed to do that for us. I don't know. I should probably never have been. But what? To find out. You're right. The next thing was, he came along, the teacher, and he must have, he said, I can't remember what he said he did, but it seemed he must have sort of nipped them or something, like an injection, but it would have been the equivalent in those days of an injection. So that he said pain wouldn't, it wouldn't be so painful with that. I can't remember what it was, but they stood there and all you saw was him going from one to the other more, but kind of, and then a man came along and he blessed them with leaves. Every one of them was standing up, yes. And then man stood up with a knife and it was like that. And he said, the teacher then said, who was it first? And came out and he stepped out of his other life, he stepped back again. To circumcise. No, that would be like an injection or whatever it would be. You know, like the doctor would then squirt on the thing you got the other day. I say that's it, right? So I didn't see anything. You didn't listen when it was shown. Most of them, I presume, circumcised. Nothing. Like that all. That's absolutely terrible. Tony, bring it back up at the bar. Tony, I should know that when you go all silent and sound interested and look interested, there was something radically wrong, because normally you come in and if I would tell you about that, would be coincidence, me.